Yo, what is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love? My name is Jamal Pope, aka J Phoenix, and this is going to be your astrology forecast for the weekend of January 27th and 28th of 2024. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Hopefully, you guys had a wonderful week, and hopefully, you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope and trust that this forecast assists you on your journey this weekend and helps you to step more into that higher version of yourself and really embody it. This has been a pretty fun week for me. I started working on a project that wasn't really on my radar. Like, it was kind of like in the back recesses of my mind and stuff like that. But then something happened on Monday and it just popped, and from then on it has just been flowing. That's what I've been working on. It's 7:46 right now a.m. Saturday. I've been up since like 5, although I spent like the first bit of that watching anime, and then I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and hop back into the lab, and that's what I've been doing. So for like the last hour or so, I've been working on that creative project, and I have to wait to work on it again because I'm using AI and stuff. Don't be afraid of these tools, guys. Don't be afraid of these tools. I know a lot of people are afraid of AI. Don't be afraid of these tools. It is here. It is here to stay. It's going to continue to grow and evolve. So we might as well get along with the program. But I'm utilizing it for a really fun creative project. I'm not going to announce what that is just yet. If I haven't already announced it, knowing me, I probably have already announced it this in one of my videos this week. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I might have forgotten that I've already announced it. In any event, I'm working on this really fun creative project. So as I get closer to the completion of it, I'll let you guys know and kind of give you guys a little bit more of a tune into that. But honestly, this is like the perfect week to start that, and this is a great weekend to really kick off some awesome, great creative projects and to realize your potential, because we have a lot of things that are coming up. We have a very powerful weekend ahead. So let's go ahead and hop into these astrological transits so we can see how you can be better prepared to navigate these celestial energies. Now, I'm going to show that calendar, and you can see that there's going to be quite a lot happening. So we do have... That's interesting. Oh, I have 2 separate calendars. I added it to the other one. I realized that the one that's right here is a different one. So I wonder if I can add another overlay. Let's see. I bet I can. I just got to find the right calendar because I have 2 separate January calendars. And there's one that I actually had updated, but I wonder where it... Oh, I saved it as a PDF. That's why. Give me 1 second, because I want to show you guys like the actual updated calendar, and it make more sense. Yeah, okay. Here, let me download this as a PNG instead, because I had added something to it. And the only thing I really added was that the Uranus was, direct. That's the main thing I added to it. So let me go ahead and I wonder if it's going to be at the bottom or if it's going to be at the top. Okay, I think it's going to be up here. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me, y'all. Where are you at? I just downloaded you. What's going to be the name of the download? January 2024 transit updated. Okay. Did I pass it? Let's see. Where are you at? There you are. Haha. That is better. I'm going to remove the old one. Oh, see, now it's taking a while to upload. Probably because I'm also recording at the same time. There you go. I should have put a start on the 27th as well. But today, on Saturday, we do have Mars conjuncting Mercury. That's coming exact. The moon is going to enter into Virgo, and Uranus is going to station direct today. And then on Sunday, we have a grand Earth trine with a kite that actually forms. It's a slight kite, but it's a kite nonetheless, which is a very rare transit. That's going to be happening with the moon, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. So, very powerful energies this weekend, energies that will definitely seek to move you forward and inspire you to manifest the most amazing life. Let's look at the charts, shall we? Let's go ahead and share my screen with you all. Boom. So y'all can see where we are at. Okay, so January 27th, Saturday. I had this up to 6 a.m. I'm gonna just move this to 8 because that's where I'm closer to. I got the moon here at 26 degrees of Leo. It is void of course at this point, as it has already made the quincunx over to Neptune. So it's not going to make any other 8 major aspects until it reaches into Virgo. And as you can see, that we start the day off with Mercury and Mars coming ever so tight in their conjunction. It will happen very, very, very soon. It happens pretty much between 9 and 10 a.m. Pretty much apex is at 10 a.m. when Mercury officially passes Mars at 17 degrees of Capricorn. Now, this is a pretty big moment right here. Our minds finally move ahead of the action aspect of ourselves. So, but it is still behind Pluto. It is still behind the sun. So, we can kind of get ahead of ourselves in a sense, but at the same time, I think this is a very powerful moment to simply make the decision to act. Being that this is 1717, no less, with 17 degrees, 17 minutes. 1 plus 7 is 8. That is Capricorn energy. And this is going to be a time for us to take some action and to actually make some decision and actually commit to something. So, now that Mercury has sped up and is moving past Mars, this is a great opportunity for us to start to maybe see into the future, maybe for us to kind of project out, think bigger, think grander. That's what this is about. Mars was all about action and kind of moving things forward and just, kind of throwing things on the wall and seeing what sticks. We are still in many ways doing that with this conjunction, but now that Mercury is going to be moving past Mars, we have to think bigger. We have to think grander. We have to think like if it's the dream, if it doesn't scare you in a sense, it ain't big enough. You know what I'm saying? So like that's really what this comes down to, right? And then remember, Mars here is that warrior in Capricorn exalted climbing the mountain, and Mars has courage here. Right? Mars is wanting to move things forward and climb this mountain, regardless of the treacherous terrain, regardless of whatever monsters may be lurking in the mountains, in the caves and stuff, regardless of any of the fears or doubts that may have been casted on Mars. It's like, you don't want to climb that mountain. That's like the forbidden mountain, especially with Pluto having just finished up in Capricorn and now it's in Aquarius. That's the other part about this too, is that Pluto has been in Capricorn for 15 years. People have been afraid to climb the mountain in their life. People have been afraid because, Pluto is that deep, darker place, and it's also that forbidden place. But is it actually forbidden, or is it just people were gatekeeping and saying that places were forbidden? People were lying, people were being deceptive in gatekeeping. That's the thing about this. Pluto's all about the boundaries. And with being a Capricorn, there were a lot of boundaries that were placed and a lot of narratives that were pushed about the boundaries of how we grow in our lives, how we do the Capricorn energy, how we build, how we create our own legacy. There were a lot of boundaries here, but Pluto, remember, is destroying these boundaries and recreating them. But the negative aspect of this would be a sort of gatekeeping kind of energy, right? And trust me when I say, as a Scorpio, there have been moments where I've gatekeeped people from my heart. All Scorpios do this, and we all do this to some degree. But Scorpios definitely do this. Sometimes we gatekeep. We can be very hot and cold. You know what I'm saying? So there have been major gatekeepers when it comes to the Capricorn energy. You got to think also with Pluto, if I had to think of like a mythical creature or something like that that kind of represents Scorpio energy, I think of a golem. Or a golem, I guess people say both, but I say golem. I think of a golem as big creature that it's kind of made from the earth, but it does have a creator. It does have like it almost has like this ancient kind of feel to it, and it's a guardian, if you will. And it's usually guarding some type of treasure. It's usually guarding some type of like temple that's like maybe hidden, or a temple that was like long forgotten or something like that. And maybe it's like it's steeped in mystery and stuff too. That's what this is. And the mysteries of life have been hidden from so many people, right? Now, Pluto is going to retrograde back into Capricorn one more time before it comes back into Aquarius. But now we have to think bigger. We have to think grander. We can no longer be afraid to pursue our dreams. We can no longer be afraid to exalt our passion in this world and to live life to the fullest. This Mercury conjunct Mars is, you have to make the decision to live life to the fullest. Those restrictions, the that projection that you are not allowed to go to these places, that you are gatekept, that you are not allowed, that only certain people with certain credentials with the Capricorn energy are allowed to experience these different areas of life. Fuck that. Right? Fuck that. Like, I was like, seriously, fuck that. This is a amazing transit. And you can see already Uranus is no longer red. It is already stationed direct by this point. It's stationed, if you will. When did it station exactly? It stationed pretty much overnight, right? Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much like right as Saturday started, bam, stationed. And then there you go. They conjunct. This is a major decision point. Huge, massive moment. And we have, of course, a grand trine, multiple grand earth trines that are going to be building up with this energy. Now you're going to see, of course, this moon is going to shift into Virgo today, right? So you can see the moon shifting into Virgo, and it's going to begin to form that the first of two grand earth trines, right? So we go into Saturday, this moon hits here. Now the moon in Virgo will quincunx over to Pluto in Aquarius, which does, of course, create that awkward stare. Now what this is doing is, because this is a 0-degree quincunx, is so much potential. It's like infinite potential when it comes like the zero energy. It is a 0 points. It is a portal, if you will. This moon in Virgo is definitely wanting, yeah, we may be wanting things to feel more aligned and more perfect. But with Pluto here at the beginning of Aquarius, this is unbridled potential. And us realizing that these larger cosmic principles, we can ground them into this reality and start to really create some things and manifest some awesome shit. But we have to have the willingness and the courage to think big, to think grand, to go where we have not gone before. That's really where we have to go to. And that's the only way we're going to be able to integrate these grander principles, is to be creative, to go where we haven't gone before, and to really push the boundaries. This moon in Virgo, quincunxing Pluto, this moon in Virgo, yeah, quincunxing Pluto is like push the boundaries. See how you can bend your reality a little bit. Realize that your reality is bendable. Realize that your reality is moldable. The Virgo is reality, and it's mutable Earth. So, yes, you are not stuck. You can move forward. You can change. You can make a difference. You are not just stuck in that one place that you think you're stuck in. You can make some changes. You can move. Yeah, maybe it doesn't change all overnight, right? Maybe come Monday you do go back to the job that you've been working at for a while. But make some decisions and make some changes this weekend and start to live on purpose. On purpose. That's what Capricorn is all about, purpose in many ways. So are you going to live on purpose? That's the thing about this. And it all comes from, living from your heart. The heart, love, these are things that are super freaking important. What is the sixth house to Leo? Capricorn, right? And the only way that Capricorn really, the only way that Leo really reaches the successes, and the only way that they're really able to create that beautiful daily reality is from living from their heart space. But the moment that they are out of integrity, a Leo, is the moment that it doesn't look good and the life starts to collapse around them and stuff. And that's really what this has been going to. All Leos have been going through that because Leos have been dealing with a Pluto in their sixth house for this longest time, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like if you're wanting to be truly creative and truly expressive, you have to live from your heart space more than ever now. And it, like I said, you gotta think Pluto to this moon now, of course, is in the sixth house to the moon, if you will. So yeah, we have to, if we really want to create like this new reality and stuff like that, we have to be willing to live from our heart space. We have to be willing to have the courage to stand up and to live on purpose, with purpose. That's really what's important here. And realize that ultimately we are of service to other people. Yeah, we do, yes, we do have to do what is right for ourselves and do what we feel is right, but we still are in service to other people. And the way that you can be the best way of you to be of service to humanity, because remember, Aquarius is humanity in many ways. The best way for you to be of service to humanity is by living your life from your heart center's purpose. That is the way that you do it above all else. So it would behoove you to get out of your own way, get out of your own head, right? Mars is the head. Now, I know it's interesting too. Mars is the head. Mercury is the extremities, right? Mars is the head, though. Aries is the head. So it's like now Mercury moving past Mars is like we can kind of get out of our own head in a sense and not just be trapped up here, if you will, but we can start to really take some positive and powerful steps towards the future. Perfect example for me, like I said, last Monday, I had this creative project wasn't really on my radar. It really wasn't. Like it was back there, but then when it came up, I was like, okay, I'm committing to this. And I pretty much came up with the entire concept in one day. And then it's just a matter of taking that concept. I pretty much did the entirety of step one in one day of this project. Then it's like, all right, now I'm on step two of this project. I don't know necessarily how it's going to manifest, but all I know is that I have to just keep putting my energy into this thing, and I'm just gonna go. I'm so inspired. It kind of feels like I'm back in like second grade again or third grade again. That's what it kind of feels like. And if you're not approaching life from the place of a child that is just of pure inspiration by something that just lights their eyes up, then you're not doing this energy right. I'm just gonna be real with you. You know, you're not doing this energy right. You gotta be super excited. You gotta be like talking about this to like your friends and your family and stuff like that, or at least to somebody, and just being excited about it. And yeah, maybe that person doesn't get it. You may even come across as a little annoying to that individual, but especially if it's the right people around, if you manifest the right people around you, just your excitement alone will excite them and be contagious. That's what it comes down to. They don't necessarily have to fully get it because you probably don't fully get it. You're in the creative process, right? So we have to trust the process. This is going to be a weekend of you committing more, deeper to your purpose in this life. or getting whisked away and trapped in the delusion of thinking that you're not allowed to go for certain things, that you are gatekept because you don't have the right accolades, you don't have the right experience. Don't you know that your spirit is infinite? That your spirit has infinite experiences? You're really going to restrict yourself to the accolades of one life when you have so much creative energy to pull from? You're really going to limit it to just one life of doubting yourself and think that you can't create something just because of one life when you have all this other potential out there that you can tap into and harness? The grand earth trine kite that it forms. We have the moon in Virgo, trining Venus in Capricorn, trining Jupiter in Taurus. And yes, Jupiter is about to hit 7 degrees, mind you. So it's weakening a little bit, but it's still here. And Jupiter will be sextiling Saturn, which will be sextiling Venus, which will be Saturn opposing the moon. Powerful. Amazing. Beautiful. Harmony. You're talking about a grand earth trine, which you don't see grand trines that often. And usually they are formed with the moon because the moon moves rather quickly. But to have the two transpersonal planets of Saturn and Jupiter involved with this, along with Venus, is pretty freaking awesome. Especially with a Jupiter that is feeling a lot stronger, that's feeling more in its strength. You know, you have a Venus here in Capricorn, which is gaining speed. She's building her energy up, you know, and this Earth trine is happening at 6 degrees, 6 and 7 degrees. So this is about that Venusian quality. This is about, it's also about that it has a Piscean influence too, of course, because Saturn is in Pisces and Jupiter is about to be at 7 degrees, which is Neptunian Pisces energy. So there's a bit of that influence here as well. Now this is happening Sunday, like Sunday 3 a.m. So this is part, like I said, this is going to be, early in the day on Sunday. So we will be waking. So you will be, most people will probably be asleep when this is happening, but that doesn't mean that we're not walking through this incredible portal this weekend with a moon that is going to be feeling more and more into what is possible in this new reality, right? With a Venus in Capricorn that's like really saying, okay, what is really valuable, And it's really going to be more focused on purpose, especially with a Mercury that's coming off of that conjunction of Mars. Now, Venus is like, how do I receive this purpose? This is 6 degrees, so it's about reception. Are we open to receiving? You know, Saturn here in Pisces, navigating these seas, right? But being open to, you know, I guess the direction, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're a captain of a ship, you have to listen to the sea. You can't just, yeah, you have the indomitable will to cross the sea, but you have to still listen to the sea and you still have to work and mold with the sea. You have to be open to receiving what the ocean gives you and then flow with it. So that's what Saturn here is teaching us at this degree. And then of course Jupiter, which is getting ready, like I said, to come to 7 degrees. So like I said, this kite isn't fully exact, but this is about as close as you can get. And considering all of the crazy energy that we have been through over the last month, 2, 3 months, to have this sort of energy right now, and the fact that we're going to come into another grand earth trine tomorrow, or I mean on Monday, how often do you get back to back grand trines? That doesn't happen. It simply doesn't happen. But I think what this represents is that, like, maybe we're trying to get the kite up in our life, and we feel like it's like falling to the ground because it doesn't feel exact. Maybe things are a little bit off. Maybe they're not exactly the way that we want, or maybe we envisioned. But this is about, shoot, you get that running start, and that kite will get up there. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those moments where it's like, maybe there's a bit of a trial and error to this. You know what I'm saying? To try and get this kite up there, but it'll get up there and it will fly. It will fly. And when you get that kite up there and it's flying, and you're sitting there with the wind and everything like that, and you're like, wow, I actually got it up there. But this is about, like, I feel like almost like the first kite is like building the kite. And I felt like the second trine will be like us actually trying to get it to lift off. Now, granted, that one's not going to have a kite per se. And I'll just go ahead and show you that Grand Earth trine as well, because that's going to be more of a Monday aspect. That one is not going to actually make the kite per se. It's a little off to the side because you do have Neptune here, which the moon will oppose later on in the day, if you will. But it's almost like we build like the base of the kite with the trine with Moon, Mercury, and Jupiter, and then later on the day the moon will oppose Neptune. So I think what this is about is that, like, I think universe is asking us to like build the kite, if you will, and then to trust that even though things may seem a little bit off, even though things may seem a little bit weird and austere, Uranus is involved with this, right? To trust in the process and trust in spirit that we can still get this thing to move. You know, just because the kite isn't fully symmetrical, just because it's maybe a little bit off, doesn't mean that it can't fly. That doesn't mean that you can't fly. Yeah, you're not fully symmetrical, right? You're not a fully symmetrical being. Like, I mean, yeah, we have it's like if you cut us down the middle, yeah, I mean, we seem like we're fully symmetrical, but there's going to be different nuances to both sides, right? There are nuances to both sides. And that's the thing about this. So life is full of nuance and contrast. That's what makes life beautiful. The ups and downs of life, the roller coaster of life, the the amount of experiences that we can have contribute to who we are, right? If we get so fixated on one aspect, may be it the positive or the negative, and that's when the balance starts to fray. That's when the balance starts to fray. Because even there's such a thing as like the positive can have like a runaway toxic effect, if you will. That's the thing about this. And then the negative can just be like a deep, heavy suppression kind of energy, almost like a hopelessness. But both sides, you can, because like I said, the positive, you can have, it's like you have so much, you engorge yourself with that energy, and it becomes almost gluttonous in a sense. And then the other energy is like it's thin, it's frail, it's like zapped of its life force. Neither side is of that that pure light, that pure expression, if you will. There needs to be balance and harmony with this. So yeah, there are nuances to life. There's contrast to life. And this is about appreciating those contrasts. And this is going to be a weekend, like I said, with all these energies happening. Mercury over Mars. We got to think bigger. This moon is going to move into Virgo, make the quincunx over to Pluto. You have to be like, you can integrate these larger cosmic principles and like really shape your reality into something freaking awesome. And yeah, it may take some time to shape it. Pluto's a slow moving planet. It may take some time, but commit to it this weekend. Start to work on it this weekend. And like I said, with that grand Earth trine, we are walking into a magical portal. And the Earth is physical; it's physical stuff. So it's like we're manifesting. We're about to like walk into this awesome portal, and we can receive the greatest gifts that we've ever conceived of from the universe this weekend, the 6 days, so we can receive these great, amazing gifts. And yes, it's going to require some work, it's going to require some effort, but have fun with it. And remember to be like that child. Remember to have that, just that pure expression of a child, and that excitement and that exuberance, because that is what's going to get you through. If you live from your heart-centered truth, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you in this world. No matter how many times you may fall down, no matter how many times no matter how many times you feel like you have to get to your knees. Sometimes we have to get to our knees. Sometimes we have to cry. Sometimes we have to lament. Sometimes we have to depress, right? Sometimes we have to do those things, but don't stay there, beloved. Rise up and realize that you are an amazing fucking human being with the spirit of God within you. And don't let anybody or anything ever take that away from you. And it can't be taken away from you. All they can do is fool you into thinking that you don't have it within you. That's all they can ever do, is to fool you. But it was never gone. It was always there. And that's what all of these amazing, ancient, beautiful teachers was teaching us. And we hold them in reverence, but it is within you. Those are our brothers and sisters. Those are our friends. And we are on the same level as them. And that is what they were trying to teach us. So remember that, beloved. Let's hop into the damn cards. I don't know what came over me with that one. I'm just feeling it. Feeling it. I really am. Feeling it. So many people are afraid to live life, man. I've been there too. So don't get twisted. But like, you can't be afraid to live life. Live with purpose. Live with purpose. Cherish every moment. The ups and downs and all the times in between. Oh yeah. I got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. You know, we definitely can build a beautiful world, and maybe it just kind of feels like things aren't falling apart. Maybe it feels like the teamwork is a little bit off, but we got to remember that teamwork makes the dream work. And here's the thing too, with Three of Pentacles. I'm getting like the image of like a sports team that's played together, that's worked hard the entire season, and then they lost in the playoffs. But they still won games. Just because the Three of Pentacles is in reverse doesn't mean that you don't have wins under your belt. And you can always learn from your experiences. Losses provide experience and will teach us. Wins will provide us experience and will teach us. And oftentimes losses will probably give us more, will probably teach us more about ourselves, the losses that we take in life. Don't just rest on that. Do something and rise up, right? Do something and rise up. Detroit Lions, perfect freaking example. Just a few years ago, they only won like 3 or 4 games. Now look at them. They're in the NFC Championship. And that coach, Dan Campbell, that dude's freaking awesome, dude. Like, this dude took that team and he literally just has, it's just the passion, it's the vigor, it's the grit that this man freaking has. And it's amazing that he represents a team of the Lions in Detroit. But he pretty much single-handedly has like revived like the energy of that city through that football team in many ways, and has brought them to a place that no one saw coming. We didn't see that coming with the Detroit Lions. Look at them now. Just a few years ago, I remember when they had a season where they won 0 games. That's never happened before in the NFL. Just a few years ago, he only won like 3 or 4 games. I remember after like his second season, people were wondering if she should get fired because people are so quick to like make decisions in these sports teams and these sports, sporting associations nowadays. People just get fired so fast that they don't have immediate success, but they kept him because of his heart. They kept that man because of his heart, and now look what happens. He has got his team to the NFC fucking championship. That is a major fucking win, whether they win or lose. That dude has heart, and that's what it comes down to. So yeah, teamwork makes the dream work, and we can all build beautiful things. Maybe we feel like we lost the battle, but we haven't lost the war. That's for damn sure. But if you have the heart, you have the right team with you, you can build anything and you can create anything. So remember that. All right, that followed by the Ace of Wands. You have the power in your hands. I don't know how else to say it. You have the power in your hands. It's right there to create, to manifest. But are you going to allow the devil to come and to deceive you and to bound you and to bind you and to hold you back and to gatekeep you from your potential? And this energy, this apparition exists within your own mind. And people will project it out onto you. Their doubts, their fears, their insecurities, because they're afraid to express themselves. They are afraid because they may have taken some losses in the past and they don't know how to overcome them. And they just choose to stay in that space. Fuck that, man. Fuck that. Last night I came home, right, from work. Friday night, came home. Last hour of work. Anxiety. Out of nowhere. Seemingly unprovoked. Don't know where it came from. But I dealt with it. I moved through it. And when I came home, this was the shirt I put on. Because in my head, I was like, fuck this anxiety. I'm getting over this shit. That's why I put this shirt on. I chilled. I was at home. I had dinner with my wife. I was fine. It was great. It was good. I had a good night. Fuck the anxiety. You gotta fuck your fears this weekend. Oh, that dream is too big. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm going for it anyways. If it's not big enough that it doesn't scare you and the people around you, it's not big enough. It's not grand enough. Just saying. Just saying. I have big dreams, huge dreams. I don't know how they're all going to manifest. I don't. All I know is that I need to take steps towards them every single day. That's all I know now. Whether some days those steps are many, or some days it's just a half step. Maybe some days it's a crawl. Maybe some days you just simply dip your toe in the water. It's okay. Don't stop moving. Don't stop moving. The moment that you stop moving, the energy stagnates, and that's when you die. And I'm just being straight up fucking honest. The moment that you stop moving is the moment that you die. So don't stop moving. Always keep moving. Keep moving forward. Stay focused. Smile often. One of the first sayings that I had when I began this channel. All the way back, I think when I was like Moment Seekers way back in the day. And I went to Colorado, did my whole YouTube thing. And then, can I even say weed on here? Can I say weed on YouTube? It's fine. This isn't like a weed channel anyway. So, but yeah, that whole thing came back. And then I was Aquarian Adepts. And then I was Astro Phoenix. I'm Jay Phoenix, and that's going to stick. But that was like from way back when I was like, keep moving forward, stay focused, smile often. That still applies here. This card popped out. Oh, I have two cards that popped out. Interesting. I have the Divine Masculine, and I also have Romantic Love. Wow. The frequency of Divine Masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Absolutely. The frequency of Romantic Love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover. That's pretty awesome. I love that energy. And I think that is really what we are needing more. We need this divine masculine energy to be healed. The divine feminine energy needs to be healed as well. But I think the feminine energy is kind of responding to how amuck and toxic some of the masculine energy has gotten. Not that there's not such a thing as toxic femininity as well, because you hear the term toxic masculine energy tossed around so much, but the other side is this, it's there as well. But I think bringing this divine masculine energy in is going to be very, very important. you know, we are in Aquarius season, and Aquarius is a masculine sign. So I think it's important to kind of bring this energy in. As far as the romantic lover kind of energy, there's nothing like being able to connect with someone on that level in a more intimate and deep way. And I think a lot of people are afraid to open up and receive now. You know what I mean? But Venus here, part of this grand Earth trine that's going to be happening on Sunday, maybe it'll actually allow some people to kind of open up and thaw their icy hearts a bit. You know, some people are afraid to actually be intimate with other people because they're afraid to have their hearts hurt, whatever like that. They want things to go perfect in a relationship. It's like, come on, no. Things are just always going to be perfect and super hunky dory all the time. But shoot, you work through things and you get through them. People are afraid to commit. If people are afraid to commit to a person, they're going to be afraid to commit to life. So many people are afraid to commit to people and a person. That's why you have all these situationships and all these people running around and just sleeping with whoever and stuff like that, and just spouting all their energy and giving it to all these different places, and doesn't have anything to ground itself into and actually build and seed into and shit. That's why there's so much of this energy that's just run amok. All this creative energy is trying to find something to integrate into. But people are just like out there just giving it out willy-nilly and having these situationships, and they can't really commit to somebody, and then we make memes about it and we laugh about it and we joke about it. But it's honestly, at this point, it's no joking matter. There's no joking matter anymore. We need to bring back intimacy into this world and purpose into this world. And that's what it all comes down to. This will be a very powerful weekend to help you to invigorate your purpose, reinvigorate your purpose, fortify your purpose, and live on purpose from the heart space. That is going to do it for your weekend astrology forecast for Saturday and Sunday, January 27th and 28th of 2024. I hope and pray that this assists you on your journey this weekend and inspires you to become your greatest self and to live life on purpose. If you did enjoy this, if you found this message to be helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. We got to put more messages out there like this, whether it's mine or you or anybody, you know what I'm saying? So we're all in this together, y'all. We're all in this together. So I definitely appreciate y'all doing that. I appreciate all of my subscribers that have been here, that watch me every single day. I definitely do appreciate it. I know this channel is small, and who knows how big it'll grow. I'm going to continue to do this. I want to continue to do this work anyways, because it's super important. It's bigger than me. That's why I'm going to continue to do this work, because it's bigger than me. That's what motivates me. So I appreciate you all. Love you all so much. Y'all take care. Stay blessed. Have a wonderful weekend. It's going to be a powerful one. It's going to be an inspiring one. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next astrology forecast for this upcoming Monday, and we'll talk about the other grand Earth trine that we have coming up. And January is almost done. We're almost done with the first month of 2024. It's moving by fast. So let's get it. Love you all so much. Take care. Stay blessed. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.